Hello and welcome to Stitchcraft Gifts. Chaotic crochet chatter. Got that wrong already. Good start, Jenny, well done. My name is Jenny. I am a crocheter living in North Yorkshire in the UK. I live with my husband and our son and our cat, who won't be making an appearance today because I have shut the door so she can't get in. She's been a bit of a pest lately, so I'm just taking precautions. One moment. So this is my little space on the internet to talk about all things crochet, everything I've been up to for the past couple of weeks, everything I've got planned for the next couple of weeks, and I shall also talk a little bit about life, just generally what's been going on. So let's get started. Grab yourself a cuppa or a stiff gin, depending on what time of day it is. Get yourself comfy, and I shall begin. Good morning. It is the 31st of January 2024. It is about 9:30, I think, in the morning. Ned's at school. Kelvin, my husband, if you don't know already, Ned's my little boy. Kelvin is my husband. He's in his office across the hall, so you might just hear him in the background every now and then. How are you? I hope you're well. I've had a good start to the day, which is nice. Got up at my usual kind of time, got Ned ready for school, did my exercise routine before he'd even left the house, which is new. And yeah, showered, dressed, makeup on, all before 9 o'clock, which is fantastic. So I am recording this slightly earlier than I'd originally planned, which is great. It means I've got more of the rest of the day to get other things done, hopefully. I've had a couple of really slow days, so need to be productive today. And it's a good day to be productive because Ned is going to his granny's after school, which gives me an extra couple of hours to get bits done. What's been happening? My niece has been born. She's here in the world. She was born on Saturday afternoon. It very nearly all went horribly wrong. I won't go into detail, but she and my sister are both doing really well now. Yeah, it's great. I'm hoping to speak to my sister later today, just to check in, and I shall ask her if I can share a picture of Ivy, my niece, on here, just the one. I'm not going to put loads up, it's not my place to do that, she's not my baby. But if I could just share one little picture, that would be great. So if I'm allowed, I'll either pop it up here or I'll put it at the end, because she's lovely. And then yeah, if they're up to it, if they're not, they're not, but if they're up to it, we might go over this weekend and say hello, meet her officially. We have chosen an architect. I think I mentioned last time that was in the works. So he has been for sort of the official first visit to check that we're all on the same page about what we want, to start measuring up, and he's gone away to draw up some plans, and we shall see what happens. It's all a bit scary and grown up, but hey, such is life. What else? I have to write things down, I forget otherwise, and then I can't read them anyway. I have been recording just little bits across the month. I have started doing a sort of monthly vlog. So I'm not recording every day, but I'm recording little bits and pieces here and there, anything that I think might be vaguely interesting, taking pictures, and I shall put it all together at some point in the next couple of days and get that up for you. So this will be up first, and then January's vlog. There's been a couple of play dates, there's been a couple of coffee meetings with friends, not a huge amount else, really. Oh, I did want to tell you about an audiobook I've been listening to. I'm doing it to try and help me get to sleep. I really struggle with falling asleep. So I've bought myself one of those headbands with headphones in it. And obviously wireless. And I've started listening to an audiobook in bed. And so far it's working really well. The one I've chosen is one I downloaded ages ago. Well, purchased on Audible ages ago. And it is, I think it's called Paddle Your Own Canoe. I might have that wrong. I'll put a copy of the cover up here for you so you can see. By Nick Offerman, who, if you don't know, is a very talented actor, famous for his role as Ron Swanson in Parks and Recreation, which is a fantastic show. If you haven't seen it, go and watch it, it's amazing. I think he had an appearance in The Last of Us more recently, and he's done loads. He's just brilliant. And I think it might have started raining. Sorry, we've got a drippy gutter which drips just outside my window, just here. So you might hear that from time to time. What was I saying? Yes, it's really, really interesting. Obviously the problem with listening to it to go to sleep is that I am missing little bits here and there. But the bits I have heard are really interesting. His voice is fantastic. I've always loved his voice. It's really lovely and soothing. And yes, I can highly recommend. Basically, it is his autobiography. And yeah, I recommend it if you're looking for something to listen to. Likewise, if you are reading or listening to anything that you think I might find interesting, please do share. Pop it in the comments. I always like to have a good list of options. Right, I'm going to have a little slurp of my drink. I've got peppermint and licorice tea today, which is something I kind of forgot until recently, just how much I like it. But that's what I've got in here. So I'm going to have a quick slurp and we shall crack on. Okay, finished objects, projects, words. This is going to go well, isn't it? My words are going wrong already. I have 2 finished projects to show you this morning. One, I have got absolutely none of the details for, so I shall pop them in the description along with everything else. I know that it's acrylic yarn. No, I can't remember what the yarn is. I can't remember what the pattern's called, but it's a little baby hat. Look, focus. There we go. Lovely baby pink yarn, as requested. My sister specifically said she wants lots of things in pink. Pardon me. And I love the detail on it. I am slightly worried that it might be too small. Although I have reached gauge, but it is a newborn size specifically. And if it is too small, I'll just make it again, only bigger. So it's not a huge problem. But yes, that will be going with me. It needs a quick wash. Yes, it does still need a wash. I just couldn't remember then whether I'd already washed it. Needs a quick wash, and then I shall wrap it up and take it with me when we go. That's for little Ivy. I need to pop that somewhere safe now. Over there, some other baby stuff over there. The other thing, I'm just going to reach past you to grab it, is the dream catcher that I think I have mentioned before, and of course it's getting tangled. Of course it is. This is for Ivy's big sister. He will be her, well, is her half sister, but you know, that doesn't mean anything. I have half sisters who are wonderful. and I wanted to make her something I've been wanting to for a while, because I know obviously Ivy's going to get loads of things, and I don't want Macy to feel left out. This is still really tangled. This bit's supposed to go lower down. I'm going to sort that out later. Right, this bit's tangled up, but the rest of it is fine. I found these cute little butterflies. I don't know if you can see. Oh yeah, there we go. That should focus just about, maybe, roughly. Yeah, I found those in my stash of bits and bobs, and I thought they'd make a lovely little addition. A nice hanging loop here. This pattern, that's Neris outside the door. This pattern is by the Loopy Stitch. It is Neris. I have used Hobby Rainbow Cotton in 8/4, just in white in the middle, and then the outer is 8/6, and I think that's just called light pink. Again, I shall pop this in the comments. I did want to do it all in pink, but I didn't have anything thin enough to really show up the pattern. I might have to let her in, she's going to be really noisy otherwise. But yeah, I'm really pleased with it. It's a pattern I've used loads before. You'll have seen it before on here, in a couple of different forms. I made one for Ivy, in fact, as well. And yeah, it's a pattern I love. It's a pattern I love. This bit, the pattern is up to the edge of the white, and then I've made this bit up myself. Yeah, so that is that, and that is all my finished projects. I am just going to let Neris in, because otherwise she's going to be too noisy. You come in? Are you coming in? Are you going to come up? Yeah, come on in. Yeah, that's right. Shut you out, didn't I? Oh, careful. Here she is, getting in the way. She won't show her face though. That's my tea, leave it alone. Oh, you're a menace. There's a tail, look. Excuse me a moment. Right, let's see if I can do this next bit without Neris completely disrupting everything. We are, of course, moving on to works in progress. I've got a few at the moment. What shall I start with? I shall start, I think, with the Flower Power blanket that I've been working on. And this is from a oldish, a few months old, Crochet Society box. I forget the number, but I shall pop it in the comments for you. It is using Cygnet Colour Rush yarn in a bunch of different colourways. I've actually bought extra to carry this on with, and I have made a few more hexagons since we last spoke, and more importantly, I have started joining them together. It does make it a little bit tricky to hold up because the ones around the edge flop. Look how good that's looking. Oh, the black is a Cygnet yarn as well. Again, all of this will be in the description. And yeah, I'm really, really pleased with how this is coming on. I am working on this at the moment as part of the Cozy Blanket Make-Along that is being run by Ali from Little Drops of Wonderful and another of her crafty friends. I hope that's all focused properly. I didn't really stop to check. Yeah, I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. I think I'm going to have to put it to one side for a while in favour of my new cast on, which I'll be talking about in a minute. But I'm loving it so far. Let me show you the new hexagons that I've done. I did a bunch last night. Well, yesterday. It's about all I did do yesterday. I've got 6 here. I find this really, really interesting because some of them have got really good contrast and you can see the flower motif really well. Some of them, like this one, not so much. But the colours are still lovely. I've got that one. 3. Again, I hope this is focusing. 4. Oh, it's trying at least, isn't it? And 5. That one's a good one. I really like that one. Really like the way the colours have worked on that one. And 6 is another good one actually as well. So I think what I'm going to do is later, or at some point in the next couple of days, I'm going to join these on to the rest so that it's all at the same point. And then yeah, I think I will have to just pop it to one side for a while because I have another thing that it hasn't got a deadline as such, but I do want to get it done soon. Whereas this is just an ongoing long-term work in progress, long-term project, which I can dip in and out of as I like. So that is that. Like I say, really, really enjoying it. What else have I got to show you? I am working on, oops, try and pick this up without dropping it all and unravelling the bit that I haven't fastened off. I am working on something new for my shop and take to markets. It doesn't look like a huge amount at the moment, but it's taking shape. I'm going to be doing personalised washcloths. So you can see here I've started adding a bit of personalisation. That's a surprisingly hard word to say. There, if I hold it straight, you can just about tell that is supposed to be a J, which is the beginning of my name. I shall do the rest here. Again, this is being done in Hobby Rainbow Cotton 8/4 because I find that yeah, I just like them to be quite I like the one to be fine for a washcloth. I find the chunky ones make it stiff and hard to use, whereas these work really well. I can't remember the exact colour name at the moment for that one, but I will pop it down below. And yeah, they're just a little thing that I'm going to be making a few of as examples. Just going to pop that back out of the way again. And then people can obviously commission their own colours, names. I might do some with little pictures kind of on, little motifs like hearts and flowers and that sort of thing. Yeah, just something relatively easy and not, that doesn't take too long to whip up a new one for the shop and to take to markets. Gonna have some more tea, hold on. There's no pattern, by the way, for that one that I've just shown you. It's just moss stitch worked corner to corner, and I will be using other stitches for other washcloths in other colours as well, so there will be a variety of options for people to choose from. I shall let you know as soon as they are available in my shop. I have also, on the subject of things for my shop, been toying with, I've not done as much as I meant to, some ideas for little punch needle things. My theory is to put these in little photo frames. I just really love that image. Little cat silhouette, well, it's not even a silhouette, is it? A bit of line art. It's not my neatest work, and I think I need to do the image a bit bigger for the next one, but I like the concept. It did not take me long at all to do, so watch this space. There will be lots more bits of punch needle art coming at some point. Again, no rush on those, I'm just working on things as and when I have the time and the motivation, so not very often. What else? A quick update on my blanket stitch shawl. Where did I put it? There. I'm just going to zoom through this one because you have seen it before. unless you're new here, in which case welcome and thank you for joining me. But again, I'll pop all the details in the description for you. And I just want to show you how much I have done since we last spoke without unravelling it all. So that marker there, can I show you it nicely? Yeah, cute little marker. That's where I was last time. And so I have done everything above that, which is not a huge amount, but it's another good, 2-3 inches, which is great. The yarn has changed colour, moved along in the gradient a couple of times since then, which is always lovely. So I'm going to move this marker up, and then if I do any more work on it between now and the next time I speak to you, I'll be able to show you how much. So there it is at the top. What's the other marker on here? Oh yeah, the ones I know where I'm up to. These are all from Crochet Society, by the way. The vast majority of my stitch markers are from Crochet Society. Yeah, there we go. Just going to see if I can move the screen a bit so I can see it a little bit better. Maybe, we'll see. So that is that. As I said before, it's getting to a really good size now, but I do want to keep going. I want it even bigger. I forgot to put my phone on silent. I do apologise. But hey, that doesn't at least mean I will know if the doorbell rings. So yes, that was just a quick one. All the information about yarn will be down below for you to look at should you wish to. Okay, and my final work in progress is something I've mentioned a couple of times now, but haven't actually started on until now. It was, last time we spoke, my next cast on, or one of. I have finally started on the Watson waffle socks that I've been promising for weeks. I have got, where are we? I have done both toes, so that's one of the toes, in a miscellaneous colourway from Vicky Brown. I don't know what that colourway is called. Is that focusing? Yes, just about. That's that, and then on the other sock I have done most of the foot, and that is in the March 2023 yarn from Vicky Brow's Mini Skein Club. I love how this pattern shows off this subtly variegated yarn. I think it works really, really well. So the front has got that lovely waffle stitch pattern, and then the back is just all front post double crochets. That's US terminology. No, I don't know why I use the US terminology, other than that I find it easier. But yeah, I just find it looks really, really lovely. So next will be what am I trying to say? I'll do the foot on the other one. I like to do them sort of at the same time, because otherwise I finish one and don't want to do the second one. And that's just no good. So I shall do the foot on this one next, and then leave space for the heel and do the leg. I don't know, the rest of the sock anyway, and the cuff, and then come back and do the heels at the end. No idea how much I will have got done by next time, but we shall see. Oh, I'll show you that stitch marker as well. This one is not from Crochet Society. This is one that Kelvin bought me ages ago. Go that way. Come on, focus. And you see, you can sort of see it. It's not focusing very well. Yeah, it's really, really cute. You got me a little set of animal biscuit stitch markers. They're lovely. So there we go, that is all my works in progress. I know I've dashed through that a little bit, but like I keep saying, and I will keep saying, all the details are, or at least should be, in the description for you. If they're not, give me a poke, drop a comment or something, and I shall add it in. Okay, next cast on. This is something I will definitely be starting this week, maybe. Best laid plans and all that. I think I mentioned last time that my grandma is, oh sorry, reaching down here, is in a care home at the moment. She was diagnosed with dementia a little while ago now, and has unfortunately been steadily deteriorating, as happens with these things. And so I am going to make her a blanket for use while she's in the home. I spoke to my mum about colours, and she suggested sort of muted blues, greens, purples. So I have gone through my stash and found every blue and green and purple that I could possibly find. That's not all of them, there's loads. Some of them I wouldn't necessarily say are muted. I am toying with the idea of finding a fingering weight or possibly even lace weight grey to hold double with it all. Just to kind of mute the colour on some of them. But I don't know, actually, they're looking alright. They're looking a little bit washed out today on my camera. They're all just a bit deeper than they are showing. Although that one's very, very pale. Some of these are from the Crochet Society Advent calendar that I had this Advent just gone, 2023 Advent. We seem to be having issues with focusing today, but hey, let's just power through. Yeah, the colour's definitely not picking up very well today. Bring it back here, that's still too pale. That's much, much darker in real life. I thought I'd had a really good setup with the light today, but perhaps not. To play around with that for next time. But still, you get an idea of the colours. I've got lots of different ones. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just make squares, or possibly rectangles, with various different textured stitches. I am Nerys. And they'll all be different sizes, different stitches. Yes, they will. And then I shall join them all together, and you know, it'll be a sort of patchworky mishmash of textures and colours. We'll see how it turns out. And then obviously I'll pop a border on it when I'm done, just to sort of tie it all together. And let me see if I can do anything about this light, because it's a little more important for the next bit. There, I think that's a little bit better. I might be a bit squinty now, that's all, because I've got light right here. It's the problem, trying to balance light that looks good for you and light that I can actually see what I'm doing. But hey. Right, anyway, that is my next cast on. So, on to my crochet wish list. There's nothing on it. I just haven't really been inspired lately, and I'm sure there are lots of things really that I want to make and lots of yarns that I want to use, but none of them sprang to mind while I was making my notes. I am thinking that for next time and going forward, I might change this segment and change it to things that are on my radar more generally. So anything yarny, crochet, generally crafty related, whether that's a designer, a pattern, a new yarn, something completely different, book, anything that comes to my attention over the next couple of weeks. Hopefully I'll remember to make notes of these things as I go, because otherwise I'll forget them all. So yes, hopefully next time I shall have some interesting content for you. But today, this segment is empty. But that's okay, because we are now going to move on to incoming. Now, I am expecting a delivery from Hobbii, Hobbii, today. If it does arrive today, or at least before I edit tomorrow, I shall film unpacking that and show you everything in that parcel. If not, it'll have to wait until some other time. I shall film it anyway when it comes in, and I'll either pop it up as a separate video, or I'll add it into the next podcast. Basically, I've ordered a load more of the rainbow cotton for making washcloths and other bits and bobs in various fun colours, and then bought some extra yarn to get it up to the free delivery threshold, which is a waste of money really, but because it had cost much less to just pay for the delivery. But hey, new yarn. So what have I got to show you? I have got my latest delivery from Vicky Brown. This is the Mini Skein Club. I did not write on here what month it is, so bear with me while I find my pen, or a pen at least. That'll do. And just write on here that it is January 2024. And then I shall bag this all up properly at some point so that it stays nice and safe and fresh. This is Vicky's Mini Skein Club, which is a monthly subscription. You get 5 mini skeins of wonderful yarn. You can choose whether it is DK or 4-ply. You can choose whether it is a random selection of colours or a gradient across the subscription. I've gone for the 4-ply gradient. It's all sock yarn, so that's 75% merino wool, 25% nylon. All the colours are gorgeous. I have to be honest, these colours are not typically me, but they are lovely. Look at those. Look at those. Actually, that's pretty true now. I think I've done alright with the light now. So yeah, I am building up quite a collection. My phone is ringing, bear with me. My phone says that's a suspected spam phone call, so I've just told it to go away. What was I saying? Yeah, so that's my little treat to myself every month. I am going to cancel, or at least not renew, my subscriptions. I've got this and the one I'm about to show you. I'm gonna let them expire just to save a bit of money. Well, no, so that I can explore other options. I have recently spotted a different subscription that I might sign up to. I might get one box as a one-off first, just to see what it's actually like. So if I do that, I'll tell you more about it when it happens. My other theory is that if I stop these subscriptions and then put at least some of the money aside for the next few months, that should cover my Advent purchases for the end of the year. So that's quite appealing, as I am trying to spend less this year. I've got into a terrible habit of overspending. It's not good. Yes, that's Vicky Brown. Another drink, hang on. did not realise quite how rebellious my throat was going to be before I started recording, otherwise I would have taken further precautions. Now the other bit of incoming I'm going to show you, well, there's two more bits. This isn't technically yarn related, but I am using it to help with crochet, so it counts. I have bought myself, this is only some, I've got more downstairs, a load of little mini notebooks, and these are going to go one in each project bag, so that I can keep a note in each project bag of the project that I'm working on at that time, basically. And you know, things like hook size and the yarn I'm working with and where I'm up to in the pattern and any modifications I've made and so on. Up until now I have been doing that on my phone, but I just find it a little bit clunky. I don't know, it's supposed to be really handy and the app I use is really good, but I think I might try little notebooks instead. They're really cute. These ones are all quite thick, which is nice. The other ones I bought are thinner. I've just dropped all my note cards. Just pick those up in a sec. Yes, but you know, just lined paper inside. They're all A6 size. Hopefully they will keep me feeling just a little bit more organised and on the ball about each project. Pop them there. I'll bear with while I pick my note cards up. Okay, final bit of incoming to show you, unless I do have footage of the hobby order to add in. Now I did actually show you this box last time. Technically it was last time's incoming, but last time I couldn't really show you the inside. There we go. This is a Crochet Society box. This is box 46. And the reason I didn't show you inside last time is because they hadn't officially done that themselves. But they released it on Instagram a few days ago, a couple of weeks ago maybe. No, not a couple of weeks, because then I'd have shown you last time. But maybe a week ago. And yeah, I like to wait until they do it because I wouldn't want to spoil the contents for anyone who hasn't had their box yet. So let me open it up. I have had a look inside already, but Cassandra from Craftably Ever After talked about a pattern from I think this box the other day, and I had absolutely no memory of it. So I'm pretty sure I've had a look in here, but I don't really remember what's in here. So this will be exciting for both of us. I love that they've got a Velcro closure. There's the inside, which is pretty. Can you read what it says? I can't, but you might be able to. And there we go. So, bit by bit. No, that's not going to work. Pop it there. There we go, so I don't drop it all. We have got the mini magazine, which I shall go through in a moment. Go up, not down. There we go. So this box has been curated by Anita Gibney. It will say inside what her various social media handles are, I'm sure. We have got some fibre fill stuffing, lovely cloud. We have got in here a little bag that says on it bag making essentials. So in here we have got a base, and we have got some leather straps for handles. Oh, that's not, I think, no, I've put other bits in here as well. We've got, ooh, what are they? So that may be buckle bits or clasps or something. I'm sure it will all be explained inside the magazine. And we've got a little bag full of they little like snap breasted thingies. And what's in here? I'm not sure that's supposed to be in the bag. This might be an extra bit. Yeah, that's some safety eyes, so that'll be for something else. So yes, I assume one of the patterns is to make a bag. We shall have a look at that in a moment. Pop all those back in there for safekeeping. And we have got this month's stitch marker. Oh, that's pretty. That's very pretty. There we go, just about. And we should have a hook. Yes, we do. Oh, that's pretty as well. This month's hook. I don't know if that's focused properly. I'm going to hope that it has. Oh, and then we've got lots of yarn. We have got, I mean, they're small skeins. We've got 9 skeins that are 30 grams each. This is 100% cotton, sport weight yarn. It's Crochet Society exclusive fresh cotton mint, apparently. Can I see any of the colour names? Yes, this one is called Dragon Fruit. Unfortunately, because it's an exclusive, you can only get it if you get this box, which is annoying, but any sport weight cotton would work just as well. This one is called Coconut. Okay, very, very tiny print on the labels, so I hope I'm getting all these right for you. This one is Lychee. Yeah, definitely got the light better. This is working much better for the colours. I think that one says passion fruit. Possibly. And then what else have we got? We have got elderberry. Focus, thank you, sort of, maybe. Oh, that's elderberry again, so I don't need to show you that one. And then we've got, passion fruit again, so some of these are doubled up. And we've got, mango. It's a nice bright colour. Focus. Doesn't help that I don't seem to be able to hold my arms still. Doesn't help it with the focusing at all. And that's passion fruit again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 colours. 6 colours, 9 skeins. 9 times 3 is 27, possibly. So if that's right, that's 270 grams worth of yarn, which is pretty good. So let me pop these bits back in here. And I will show you the inside of the mini magazine. Some of, anyway. Obviously I won't show you the pattern details because that would be cheating. So Anita Gibney is the face of Crochet Studio. There she is. Which I believe is a very clever new app. I don't know much about it, but I have noticed it, and I believe I think I follow Crochet Studio on Instagram actually, I think. So yes, one of the patterns is this handbag called the Restore handbag, and it's quite pretty. I don't know whether I'll make any of these patterns. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. That's nice. Oh, and then they've got suggestions. Just mind that side out of the way. Suggestions for other cotton yarns that would work. well, which is always useful. And we have got, well, that's just about what's in the box, which we already know. Reflect and Refresh scarf and wrist warmer set. Always good at this time of year. It's still very, very cold some of the time. So that's nice. I do like a pair of wrist warmers. Oh, there's a better better picture of the wrist warmers. They do look really lovely actually. Might give those a go. I do like a pair of fingerless gloves. As you may already know. Ooh, blanket. So this is, they've started doing in the later boxes, more recent boxes, a bigger pattern that you will need additional yarn for, but that you can still use some of the yarn in the box kind of to add to it. Does that make sense? And there's a lovely blanket. Why can't I get the positioning right today? It's just not working, is it? Looking ever so professional as always. That is the Bimini blanket. And this is the pattern that Cassandra showed on her channel. This is Wilma the Woolly Elephant, which is designed by Jennifer Wang, who I don't know, and it hasn't put her Instagram or anything on there, so I can't share that. I should try and find out more about her. It's a very cute little pattern. And then they always have a double page towards the back of Crochet Society subscriber makes, which is nice. Nice to see what other people have made out of the boxes. I have not ever been featured, but that is because I don't make all that much from the boxes, unfortunately. I occasionally share things where I have gone rogue and either used the yarn for a different pattern or very occasionally used the pattern with different yarn. That's just me. So that is that. Like I say, hopefully I'll be able to show you the hobby order as well. Slot it in here or at the end. If not, that's all my incoming. My voice is really struggling, so I'm going to have another quick drink. So, I had just finished recording the podcast when my hobby order turned up. So, I shall have a quick go through of what the yarn I've ordered. Starting with Rainbow Cotton 8/4, we have got Pastel Blue. We have got Bordeaux, Orange. These are showing it quite nicely, which is good. Sorry about the rustling, I'm just popping them back in the bag as I show them to you. Baby Blue, Dark Teal. It's washing out just a little bit, but not too much. And a Navy Blue. Will go in the bag. Lavender. Red. Anthracite grey. Royal blue, blue, the difference between those two, black, pastel pink, pastel yellow, dark powder rose. I like that one, it's really pretty. Pearl grey, light purple, cerise, dark purple, silver grey, pink, white, and sunny yellow. That's all the cotton. Like I said, that's for washcloths mostly. Will I'm sure be used for a few other things as well. Now we get on to the fun stuff. This is Silly Socks Flower Pop in Foxglove. Lovely colours in that. This is a sock yarn, obviously, so 75% wool, 25% polyamide. Just turn that way for you. There we go. And that's, where's it gone? There's the front of the label for you. I just saw that and thought it looked fun. Might just about make a pair of short socks or something. If not, I'll use it for something else. And we've got Kind Feather, which is a yarn I've used once before. It is 100% acrylic and it's just super soft. Oh, there we go. So I have got this in Dusty Rose, Off-White, and Navy Blue. I think I just chose those because they were nice colours. I don't think I had anything particular in mind. And then again, these ones are just for fun. This is Colorina by Hobby, which is not focusing. 80% acrylic, 20% wool. There we go, is that a bit better? This one is called Amazonas, maybe. Lovely greens. Tuck that in there. Then we have got Glowing Dark. Chose these mostly just based on the names, to be honest. They sounded fun. Again, I've got no idea what I'm going to do with them. Then we have got Nighttime. I think this one might be my favourite of the four. And the last one I bought is called Sweet Secret. Ooh. That shows it really nicely on the camera. So not quite focusing fully, but it's not bad. Is that right? Yeah. And that's that. Okay, so that's everything I've got to show you. I'm just going to wrap it on now about what's coming up. So, future events. Over the next few months, we've actually got quite a lot coming up. We have got February half term in just over a week's time. I am intending, I need to book it today, intending to take Ned away for a night not far. We're going to go to Leeds or York and stay in a Premier Inn. This is just a little treat for him and something for us to do in the holiday. He's obsessed with Premier Inns, don't ask me why. Don't ask me why. So that's my plan for the half term, take a day to do that. I shall also, very excitingly, be meeting with the, what's the word for him? Manager, I think, of a potential venue for organising my very own next craft market. So that's exciting. Hopefully the space will be what I want it to be. I know it's absolutely central in town, which is what I want. I think it's quite pricey, but if I can get enough stalls in, then it should work out okay. I just need to have a proper look. Then after that is mine and Kelvin's wedding anniversary, 10 years this year, which is a bit mad, quite honestly. So we are going to have a big party for that. And then in April it'll be Ned's 8th birthday. We have booked a laser tag party for him. He went to one last year with one of his friends for their birthday and loved it, so we're doing that for his. And then in May it's Kelvin's 40th birthday. So we are going to be going down and staying in Dorset and going to the Tank Museum, among other things, while we're down there. So busy. All of that, I'm sure, will be mentioned again in future podcasts, because there's going to be more recorded before all of that happens. But that's a quick rundown of the next few months. What else is going on? Oh, we've also got Xander's birthday, Ned's cousin. That's really soon, actually. We need to get him a present. It's right at the beginning of Feb. I think. Yes, it's literally in a few days. What else have I got? Oh, Easter's coming up, of course, as well. We might go up to Edinburgh in the Easter holiday. We'd like to. And generally, it's a lovely place to go. There's a fantastic zoo. There's Edinburgh Castle. There's Stirling, not too far away. There's Linlithgow, not far at all. And I have heard tell of a very good yarn shop in Edinburgh. So if we do go, I shall be visiting that. And I shall let you know. And then the final and perhaps most important thing, at least in the short term, is next week I shall be going to my lovely friend Lindsay's house for the evening, all going well. And I'm really looking forward to it. It's been too long since I last saw her. She's been unwell. I have dipped in and out of being mildly unwell. But she's been really poorly with this really nasty cold that everyone's had, and she's had a chest infection and all sorts. So hopefully she's in the clear now and we can get together next week and have a good catch up. Really looking forward to that. So that's what's coming up for me. What have you got going on? Is there anything big happening in the next couple of weeks? Have you got any plans for Easter? Half term, if you've got kids? Anything happening there? That's Kelvin in the bathroom, sorry, but hey, can't be helped. Life carries on. And yeah, just let me know. I'd love to know what you're up to. Have you been up to Edinburgh? Have you been down to Dorset? Do you live in either of those places? Let me know. And yeah, it'll be great to hear what you've got coming up. Right, quickly I'm going to go over the goals I set myself for January and then set new goals for Feb. So, January goals. I wanted to finish all the baby projects. Almost done. I still haven't blocked and finished off the moss stitch blanket that I made. Must get that done in the next couple of days. But hey, I'm nearly there. Wanted to make progress with the cozy blanket mail, as you have seen. I have done very well with that. Craft fairs, I have booked 2. As I've just mentioned, I've got a meeting to discuss organising my own. And there is a possible other option that is not a craft fair but is related. More details on that hopefully coming in the future. Very cryptic, I know. Mother's Day products, I've shown you the washcloth. I have only done that one so far, but the idea is fully formed. I just need to get cracking. Tax return, I've done it. I did it just after I last spoke to you. I got it done, submitted, all sorted. As far as I know, there's no issues with it. I wanted to book a venue, see above, I am working on that, and I wanted to organise the craft room. As you can tell, I have not done that. That's not fair, I've done a little bit. I've got a new chest of drawers just here next to where you're sat. There's nothing in it yet. No, that's not true. I put one thing in it yesterday. So yes, I have not done that, but I will. That's back on for Feb. But yes, overall, pretty good. I've done or nearly done most of those things, which is great. So, goals for Feb. Organise my craft room. I must, because it's chaos in here. And it's getting to the point where I am struggling to find things. And that's always, it's gone too far. Continue the Cozy Blanket Mal. Now, as I've said, I will be, I think, putting the Flower Power blanket to one side for a bit. But the rules for the Cozy Blanket Mal are very, very relaxed, so I can substitute in my grandma's blanket and carry on still. So I shall keep going on that one. Keep going with the products for Mother's Day and markets. That obviously needs to keep happening. So I don't really have a fixed plan in terms of how many or anything like that, but I shall keep going and make lots more. Grandma's blanket, as I've just mentioned, that's kind of two things in one, isn't it? So that should be fine. I want to finish those socks. Yeah, within a month is easy. I should be able to do that. It's a really simple pattern and I've made it before. I want to finish 2 of my older projects. I said at the beginning of this month that I was going to do Finish Up Fridays in 2024. I have not yet done one. Basically, I want to, on a Friday, focus on finishing something. I've got a load of almost finished projects that you'll have seen if you watched the end of my Vlogmas in December. I did a big run through of all my works in progress, and there's a load that are very nearly finished. I just need to do that last little bit. So I want to get a couple of those done. Yeah, we'll see. And not crochet, but business. I need to add more content to my website because it's languishing at the moment and I'm paying for it and it's not cheap. So I need to make it work for me. I need to get lots more pictures on there, possibly more of an about me section. I've got like about the business, but I want to do about me as well. Toying with the idea of starting a blog, but I know that's a lot of work, so I don't know at the moment. But possibly adding a little feed of just like what I'm working on at the moment and sort of finished projects, things like that. So yes, I need to have a proper sit down and get my head in gear on that score. Right, that is almost it. As if you've been here before, you will know I always finish off with a little review of my weight loss and physical health progress, so I shall be doing that in a moment. I know that some people do not want to hear about all of that, which is perfectly understandable. So if you don't, feel free to leave now. Turn me off. Thank you so much for joining me, for giving up some of your time. I know I do long episodes. I personally like that. I like when other people do long videos. I like to watch them. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea. So if you've made it this far, thank you very, very much. I really, really appreciate it. Please do consider subscribing if you haven't already. It helps me, obviously, but it helps you as well because it will tell YouTube this is the kind of content you like, and then it will recommend other things for you. And of course it's completely free, so you're not losing anything. Once you have subscribed, you can also select whether you want notifications or not. I would recommend saying yes to all, because then you will be notified every time I upload a video. You will never miss anything. What else was I going to say? Like it, share it, comment on it, follow me on Instagram. Help me out, guys, come on. No, obviously you don't have to, but it would be really, really lovely if you did like and share and comment and all that. I like to hear from people. I like to see who's watching. I want this to become a little community. You know, yes, it's a space for me to vent and it helps me feel a bit more organised because I have to go over everything I've done every couple of weeks, which is great. But also I just really like doing it, and I'd love it to become something that a lot of other people enjoy too. So spread the word. Right, that's that. Apart from my final section. So if you are leaving me, thank you very, very much for watching, and I will speak to you in a couple of weeks' time. Okay, for anyone who stayed, thank you again. Little chat about my health, I suppose, generally. So, since last time I spoke to you, I have gained 2 pounds and then lost 1. So, overall, gain of £1, which isn't great, but hey, it could be worse. It could be worse, and it will come off again. It will. I am struggling a lot at the moment, especially with, well, actually with everything. I was going to say especially with food, but no, with everything. Without going into too much gory detail, PMS at the moment, which always ramps up the cravings, lowers the motivation, etc. But I've done a bit better the last couple of days with food, despite the PMS. This morning, as I mentioned earlier, I did my exercise workout routine thing before Ned had even left the house, and that's made a big difference. I was previously waiting until he and Kelvin had set off on the school run. The problem with that, the benefit was that I knew the house was empty, and I like that when I'm doing a workout. The downside was that by the time he left, I'd had a bit of time sat on the sofa, on my phone, comfy, distracted, and then I wouldn't want to do the workout. So I thought, no, I'm going to try just getting on with it, getting straight into it. It has worked really well today, so I'm going to keep trying that. Hopefully it will keep working. There'll be the odd day when the timing doesn't work out right and I can't do it, but hopefully that will work well, and it will mean that, for example, during half term, when normally my exercise routine would suffer because the school run isn't happening, hopefully by then, or at the very least by Easter, that won't be a problem, because the routine, the habit, will have changed, and I'll just get up and get on with it, get Ned some breakfast, do my exercise, crack on. So we'll see how that goes. Was I going to say anything else? Not really, other than that I am just trying to be kind to myself. I know I've been struggling, and that's okay, it happens. You know, there are good times and there are less good times, and you've kind of just got to roll with it, I think. I'm getting better at doing that, and at not beating myself up for eating that extra bar of chocolate or not doing the exercise. So yeah, probably ought to set myself a target, oughtn't I, of achieving something. Let's see. I'm going to say between now and next time there will be no late night binging, because I've not done too much of it, but I have let it happen a couple of times, and that is not a habit I want to get back into. It's not good, and I know that it has a big impact on how I feel in the morning, on the ability to lose weight, as in I don't, if anything I gain, all of that sort of thing. So yeah, no late night binges for the next 2 weeks at least. Right, that's it. Thank you again. I really, really appreciate you taking the time to watch me ramble on. I hope you have enjoyed it at least a little bit. And yes, as before, subscribe, like, share, etc. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Take care. And I was going to say I'll see you. I hate when people say that. I won't see you. You'll see me in another couple of weeks. Alright, bye for now.